So good morning to the mamas in the streets, the mamas at home.
The mamas in the sheets.
That too, and the mamas of the Mama's Den.
Listen, trust me, that sounds sexier than it is. Let me tell you how I spent all day in the sheets yesterday alone.
Oh.
Because I felt tired
amazing.
as hell.
Ow.
We all did.
We did.
What happened, Mel? Why were we tired?
Just because I'm a tired mom and I have 2 children.
Just because you're a tired mom.
I'm a tired mom. I was a tired mom yesterday because Lord knows I did not parent them at all.
And we were all tired.
We were all tired. Why? Felicia.
This is Felicia, and I was tired yesterday too, but we'll get to that.
Okay. This is Ashley. I was tired, but I did not get to sleep or rest because I was mothering 4 of my kids.
Damn.
This is Codie, mama to 3, and I am and was tired, but also was up mothering because my husband's out of town.
And ran miles.
And I did.
How many miles?
I walked 3 miles yesterday
Let's
morning
go.
and this morning.
Come on, 2 days.
And yes, indeed. And so I did that. Actually made me feel better. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Yeah.
I wasn't like as tired as y'all was talking, but I did go to sleep at 9.
Oh, that's good.
After.
That's really good. That's
a
amazing.
Yeah.
I love that.
But working out will do that to you. You be ready to go to bed early and wake up early and be like, whoo.
Yeah, I didn't have the wake up early yesterday. In fact, nobody in my house had the wake up early yesterday. Even Kaya slept till almost 9 a.m.
Wow,
What?
that's beautiful.
It
Did
is
you
a
give her
beautiful
something?
thing.
Nobody in my house.
I'm telling you, I just think it's the energy. I think something's going on. I also think she's growing.
Yeah.
So fortunately, her growing aligned with my partying, and I was able to sleep in.
And the weather changed too.
And the weather changed.
and the
That
time
wind.
change.
The wind.
Girl.
Bruh.
me talk
Okay. So Sunday night,
Yes.
We did that.
on top of the wind advisory,
Girl.
okay, obscene Los Angeles winds, we went to the Hollywood Bowl.
We did.
To see
Mariah,
it's time.
I have none
And
of
I
that.
would just like to pause, and if you've been following the podcast, understand to know that Ashley 100% made this happen.
She did the thing.
We talked
She
about
did.
this on a previous, I think it was a Halloween episode, right?
Girl.
Yeah.
And we talked about Mariah at the bowl, and she made it happen. We were all wearing matching shirts.
Yep.
We rolled up like a crew 8 deep.
Yep.
Had dinner and drinks before, went to the bowl, saw Mariah, sung our hearts out, cried.
Got a party bus.
Got a
Got
party,
a party
bus.
bus. We did.
It was nice.
Shout out to Grayson Transportation.
Yes.
Okay.
Hit them up. The bus was nice.
It was.
Yeah, it was popping.
And Candido was
shout out to
nice
Candido.
too.
Yes, Candido.
A little candy toe for your eyes, okay? Listen, a fine man is a fine man.
Oh,
It
he's
is what it
fine.
is.
He has a nice fine
I'm
man
sending
voice,
this
too.
straight to Keita. Y'all know Keita Williams.
He is very
It's her
handsome.
husband's transportation service.
But
So
that wasn't her husband, though.
Wait,
No.
I know. I was like,
Okay,
wait, was
we
that
would
not?
not- no,
that was
wait,
not
hold on,
her
what's going on
husband.
No, we
here?
would not be talking.
That
No,
is
we
not her
have
husband.
husbands. We still talking about some other man.
somebody's baby did.
But-
And
Yes.
by the way, Candido, if you have a wife, Mrs. Candido,
Congratulations.
your husband is fine.
Yeah.
That's why you
that,
chose
girl.
him.
Yeah,
You
but
did
listen,
that.
Tommy fine, Jared fine,
Listen,
she fine.
she fine. All
we
the
know
men's
a
is
fine
fine.
man when we see one.
We do.
These
We're
are
really
facts.
good at this.
I can
We're
appreciate
good at
that.
spotting them.
Yes.
But I will say this. I
Nevertheless.
would like to take a moment to just say thank you, Ashley.
Yes.
Because I've never been like a girl crew type of person.
No, you're
like,
not.
No, this is my girl crew. Like,
She's
this
not.
is as far as I've ever had. The last time I had a
She
girl
said
crew was in
three's
high
my
school.
max.
It is.
The last time I ever had a girl crew, I was in high school. And then, of course, 2 of them started talking shit about the other 2. And now I only have my one best friend. So we were
shit.
15,
Yeah.
right? So we didn't stay friends. But I've never had a girl crew, but I have lots of girlfriends.
Yeah.
You
Different-
do, but you like to keep your friends separate.
The thing is, I do and I don't. When I was in New York, I had friends that were like, I was the nucleus, and then all of my friends, we would come together, but they never hung out unless I was there.
Right.
Yeah.
But we were all a crew when we were hanging out together.
Yes.
So we would do things like that. But like, as far as like, like there's a staple, like you have Sean, like there's people in your lives that you just nallo. Like
Yeah.
they're going to be your crew.
Yeah.
My crew, Tiff and Damali, they're in New York and Toronto, so they're not
Aw.
local. So for me, that was quite an experience.
Yeah.
And I will be honest, most times in my experience, when I grow in large groups of people, I generally tend to get annoyed at some point.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
And I did not.
Oh, I'm so happy.
And I
like
did
not
not.
not at all.
No, I mean,
We all probably had 1 or 2.
no, but
I wasn't.
I didn't.
Not at all ever.
No, you're
Girl.
not talking.
I took a gummy. Remember, I said she ain't about to ruin my night.
She said, "You're not gonna ruin my night."
I looked at Felicia when that waitress was acting waitressy. I looked at Felicia. I said, "Oh, I'm about to take a gummy. She ain't gonna run my name."
No, when he started to
No,
sweep the
hold on.
rocks.
We have
the sweeping of the rocks.
Listen,
that was
it ain't
so
even
good.
about people. Sometimes it's about that win. Because Ashley's face in the Hollywood Bowl in that one video we have is
Hilarious.
classic pissed off auntie. Like she's
I was
unimpressed,
just
cold
I was
and
cold.
mad about life.
I wasn't
Yeah.
mad. You know what? I realized that my face says a different story than my heart.
Fair.
Arresting
All the
anything.
time.
But it also
fine.
could have
Yes.
been like a moment in time.
No,
Because
I think that when I am contemplating,
Yes.
cold,
Same.
but it may look more upset on my face than I actually feel. But I think my face goes to whenever I'm expressing anything. And I think in that moment, something was happening on stage that I was perplexed by.
We both had that face.
Okay.
I just didn't get caught on camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both of you
I
were
was
definitely
like,
looking like,
hmm.
but I was feeling how you guys were looking, and I looked over to see, and I was like, okay, I got to record what's going on. I was like,
wait, was this when that one video was playing with the fishnet?
No, we don't need to talk about
Okay,
what was
okay.
happening.
Listen,
It
all
was,
love
though.
for
It
Mariah.
was.
Okay, so backing it up.
Okay, back it on
So
up.
Ashley absolutely made this happen. Not so much so that wasn't there only one date at first?
So yes, she was supposed to do the 17th,
Mm-hmm.
and I really wanted to go real bad, but the ticket prices were egregious. And so I was like, no, I'm gonna be responsible. I took Amir to see Beyonce and blah, blah, blah. And then shout out to Kelly, actually. Kelly emailed me. She was like, girl, they added another day. I
Oh,
know how much you
nice.
love her. I'm taking my kids. Like, you need to go. So I got a box. And I was just like, the ticket prices were crazy. But
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going. I don't care. Codie.
She was also like, y'all are going to
Yes.
pay what you can.
Yeah, I was like, Codie, and she was like, I'll pay whatever. And I was just like, I'm gonna lie to Felicia because she was like, I'm not paying that much. So I was just gonna be like, give me what you can, girl. But we going. But then, well, I don't know if I could share the other tickets or how we got them.
You can.
Okay,
I think
yes.
it's
Okay,
fine.
so shout out to Melanie's husband, Jared.
Yeah.
He ended up getting us other seats, and they were actually better.
Yeah.
Even though my seats were closer, Jared's seats were way better. We
Center.
were directly in
Yeah.
front of the
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah.
I liked how our
Elevated.
boxes were. Yeah, we didn't have to like look over anybody's head.
Yeah.
They were the most perfect seats. It worked out
They
better.
were.
They were
They were.
cheaper.
Yes.
So it all worked out. But
mm-hmm.
I would like to say that it wasn't me who made it happen. I simply whispered into the universe,
Mm.
and my friends aligned. It was like a
Voltron.
call, like when you do
A bird call?
Yeah. And all the lambs came
Why did we
trolloping
become
in.
pigeons?
All the lambs plus Blair.
Yes. Okay. Blair came. She is not a lamb.
She is not
What
a
is it,
lamb.
a herder? A herd? What is it called?
I don't know.
shepherd.
She's
A shepherd? That's like a
She was
herder.
herding
Shepherd
the
Blair.
lambs in.
Blair's
but-
not a shepherd. Blair's
but-
like another animal on the farm who's
That's
like,
like, why
whatever
am
you
I
guys
here?
are doing,
Who
fine.
sometimes dabbling.
But
with
I
the
do.
other-
I want to say I appreciate her for coming because she honestly came because I wanted her to come, and I was like, "Girl, just come." And she was like, "Okay." And she was like, "I like Mariah. I just don't know all
Yeah.
her Christmas songs."
Yeah.
So she came
I
and
didn't know all the Christmas
participated.
songs either.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I realized
Really?
that me and Felicia are the same level lamb. We're like
Yeah.
we're like number like top. Well,
I don't
Codie
know.
too.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
no,
like,
it's
I'm
not-
I'm
I
sitting
was
right
just
here.
about
What
to
are
say,
you talking
actually,
about?
Codie too.
Codie
I was
knew
just
all
about
the
to
Christmas
She
songs.
knows. Yeah,
I know
like we're
every
probably
song
there.
ever.
I
Me
was
too.
actually quite surprised.
Me too.
By
at
Codie?
how deep Codie knew all the
Oh, I
Mariah
knew
cuts.
she loved Mariah.
Why were you surprised?
She was willing to pay $530 to see Mariah Carey with me. She was like,
Yeah,
"Oh, I'm
I
down.
was.
No
It
matter
was-
what."
I
you
Why
do."
were
I was
you
surprised too.
surprised?
because it's just it's a deep knowledge of the of the catalog.
And it is.
And as a singer,
Yeah.
it's not just the catalog, it's the ad libs.
Oh, she knows everything.
She knows all the ad libs
Yeah,
and the
absolutely do.
backgrounds.
Do you guys
Look at
not
her face.
remember how
Look at
this
her face.
actually started? Was when Tommy had tried to check me on Whitney versus Mariah.
Oh,
So then I
right.
brought it up because I was like, I
Yes.
said Mariah
Yeah,
because my heart is with Mariah.
yeah.
It
yeah.
is.
Like
It is.
deeply.
Your
like
heart and
my-
your
I know.
memory.
And
Every
the crazy
song.
thing to me, and Felicia, this is even crazier for you, is like the songs that she was making in like the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
I was 10.
Yeah,
Right.
same.
This one over here, Felicia was like 2.
Girl. Like,
Like, how do we know this? How do we
Shout out to
feel
Lori.
it?
I know.
Because
Like-
Mariah is one of a kind. Like I don't. It's that she is me and Nala's entire childhood. Like we were
Mhm.
probably you were somewhere in Texas, and me and Nala were in Ohio, and you was in the Bay Area, and we were all just little kids singing Mariah Carey songs
And crying.
I
and
was
crying.
in Toronto. Just for the record, don't forget about Toronto.
Oh, I know.
Okay, thanks.
Okay,
You
sorry.
just weren't lamming it up in the same way.
Yeah.
I was
No, you
Y'all
are.
don't remember me in the Sprinter van singing all those songs off of Daydream?
My
Yes.
friend was singing, y'all.
Oh,
No,
man.
My friend was.
Yeah.
My
I
friend
would
is in
say
it.
that we
She
are
a
all
lamb.
Okay, we're
lambs.
So
strong lambs.
here's the
Lamb.
thing. Here's the thing. My lambness stops at Christmas.
Really?
Oh.
I'm not
okay.
deep into the Mariah Christmas.
Do you like
albums.
Christmas?
I do like Christmas.
Okay.
Y'all, interesting.
I do. I
She
do
said,
like Christmas,
"Y'all,
but I'm not
interesting."
deep into the Mariah catalog of Christmas songs.
I feel
Oh.
like I'm the
Mariah's
same way, actually.
catalog of songs.
Yeah.
As a singer,
Yeah.
baby, I was in that room
That's
singing all those songs.
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I think it was my love of Mariah that made me, listen to the Christmas album. Then there was a
Same.
second one like 10 years
Same.
later, but listen to it first. But I really always loved it so much. And I think part of it is that like y'all know I'm spiritual, but not like religious. I grew up going to church, but by the time the Christmas album came out, I think I was in college, so I was not going to church like that. And it was almost like my church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah.
I used to drive a lot. I lived in DC. I went to Howard.
Mhm.
So I was driving all up and down the East Coast blasting
Mariah Carey.
Mariah's
Mhm.
Christmas album for
amazing.
hours.
Yeah, same.
But you see how like
For months
special
for me.
music is.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that you
think.
can remember exactly where you
Yep.
were, what time of life, the
Mhm.
soundtrack that it was. Like that is actually so special. And to your point, like we were in the Sprinter and Underneath the Stars came on.
Girl,
Mm.
that
And it
woo.
took me to a place
It
where I
did.
got very emotional.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I remember being young singing this
Yeah.
Yes,
song.
me too.
And then
Mhm.
looking around and seeing all these other women singing this song, I was like, we all had the same
Yeah.
experience.
Yes. We did. You and
Yeah.
Nala was hitting them notes. Oh, we getting a cost. Let me tell you what Nala said. It's so hilarious. So she listen, Melanie is one of Nala's favorite singers. No,
Oh
you
my
don't
God,
understand.
how
No,
sweet.
no, but this is the thing.
This
It
is
would
funny.
be like if Nala became
like,
friends with
oh my
Mariah
God.
Carey and I
Yeah.
had to act normal around her. Like that's how she felt. So she kept calling me like, okay, but I really love her. She was like, I am a real fan of hers. And she was like, I just keep trying to tell myself, act normal. She was like, is it weird that I'm already thinking about at the concert, I'm going to be watching Melanie sing Mariah Carey songs because it's like a 2-in-1 concert. She was like, because honestly, if I'm being 100, I'm more excited to see her sing Mariah Carey songs than I am Mariah Carey.
That's hilarious.
Wait, she
I
was
am
the
so
sweetest
I
thing in the
love
world.
Nala.
I know, she's
Nala
great.
and I were doing duets.
Yeah,
for
y'all
the band.
were.
Nala-
We were laying, she had to leave the next day. We're laying in the bed and we were dying laughing. She was like, bitch, I was doing duets with one of my favorite singers. You can't tell me. She was like, I did a concert with Melanie and Mariah in the Hollywood Bowl.
That
I was
is
like,
amazing.
friend, I have it on camera. Y'all was really singing together.
really,
But
really
it
singing.
makes me so happy because, like, remember the first time I met you, I was like, this is so weird, but you are literally my best friend's favorite
You
singer.
said this.
The way she's been singing these
Aw.
Melanie songs my whole life, like, girl, you are not Melanie Fiona.
No, but the
Stop.
craziest thing is
Stop
that
it.
when Ashley showed me pictures of Nala when she was younger,
Yeah, they'll look alike.
I pulled up pictures. We actually looked alike.
Yes,
Oh,
I
wow.
still
I
was
was
like,
like,
y'all
I
kind
can
of look
see that.
alike.
I can
Yeah.
I
see
look
that.
at her and I'm like, Nala.
Does Nalo have Indian in her family or
Okay,
no?
so we've been calling her East Indian her entire life. She's actually Black and Irish and Cuban.
Got it.
That's
Yeah.
that
Okay,
hair.
well, you
Where's
know.
that hair from?
Blackness. Don't get her started with her
Girl,
hair.
her hair
'Cause she
is so
actually cut her
beautiful.
hair super short. Her hair has been down to her butt, but
Yeah.
people like would be obsessed with her hair. When we were like 20, she cut her hair because she was tired of boys like complimenting her hair.
Mm.
She was like,
Oh,
I'm actually
wow.
a whole person other than my hair.
Mm.
So she was like, no, I don't want nobody talking to me about my hair no more. So
Girl,
she cut it.
we still gonna talk about your
I
hair.
know, but she was
That
just
hair
like,
is so bomb.
It is
I know.
beautiful.
Her
She
tail's beautiful.
reminds me,
Um,
when I was looking at her, I was like, I feel like this is how peace is
It's
gonna
gonna grow
look
up
when
and
she
like,
gets
yeah.
older. Like I just
Yeah.
kept staring at her and I would be like, okay, stop, Felicia.
She loves all of you.
I would
though.
also like to shout out Felicia in her preparation for the bowl. 'cause
Yes.
Felicia done put me on to snacks I had no
Oh,
idea
man.
existed.
Them snacks.
She did.
Them
Wait, I took a
snacks.
video of them.
I ate every
Because
snack
they were
Felicia had to
wild.
offer.
She had tahine gummy bear.
Oh,
things.
you did?
Gummy
yeah, we are
rings.
Latin inspired
Those-
over here.
Okay. I didn't know.
Tahini
California
gummies.
born and raised.
those might be my favorite.
They're so
candies.
fire,
I
I'm
hope I
telling you.
never run across those again because I will buy them. And I'm a candy person, but in my adult life, I've recognized that sugar is the devil for me. So
Mhm.
I've had to cut back on candy. I don't eat candy if I don't have to. But them joints
That's
that
the
night,
one.
I was.
I didn't
Yep.
have one.
But them the
killing it.
ones.
And then she brought the Nutella pack.
She did.
And then those Takis,
The, lime
Trader
and
Joe's
Oh, the
chili.
Trader Joe's Takis
wannabe
are the
Takis.
ones.
That's a
Yes,
problem. I don't need to
yes.
find that in
They're
this season
so
of my life.
good.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
No, you definitely
She put me on to
came
the
with all the
snacks.
She had a
snacks.
bottle of
Snacks.
wine, a bottle of champagne. She
Mhm.
had, what were those other cans?
Oh, Cutwater. But Cutwater's too strong. That's
Oh.
just,
I don't
That's
know
not
what
a bad
that
thing.
is.
yeah,
depending
they
on-
sat right there.
Just got to prepare for it.
Yeah.
Wait,
Um,
Blair had
Coquito.
And then Nalo had whiskey.
Ooh.
And tequila, right?
And tequila.
I was like, what did you drink? What do you mean?
I know. What did we drink?
Everything.
Tequila. That was
I didn't
tequila that
drink
she
any
gave
of it.
us,
Oh,
right?
that was tequila. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I needed
don't
to do
know.
it to warm up.
Guys,
so
I
I
was
didn't have no
drinking and
whiskey.
drugging. Who cares? It's fine.
It was
Drinking
so
fun.
fun.
Drugging.
So we had Blair, we had Hope.
Yeah, Hope is a real lamb too.
no,
Oh,
right.
You know what?
She is
Shout out to
she is a
she is a lamb.
No, her and Tyler,
My cousin.
Hope and Nalo
Tyler
saying
is so
the words.
funny.
Tyler's hilarious.
She's
She
a
was
nut.
the whole time she
She's
was just
insane.
giggling, and I kept turning around, and she was like, "I love this so much. I'm so obsessed with her." I was like, "Tyler, you are coming everywhere with us,
She
girl."
was giggling with joy.
And no, she was literally giggling with joy
She
the
was.
whole entire. I just kept catching her like,
That's exactly
and Blair
what it
looking at her
was.
like, I'm like, stop judging her.
Well, Blair was also like in her hoodie, like chilling. I'm like, Blair, you gotta act like
No,
you
she
know.
was.
Blair was back there like this.
She said, "Where y'all got me? Where y'all got me?"
No, when the regular songs came on, she was up singing every word.
Yeah.
But when the
Yes.
Christmas songs came on,
She was not
like,
about it.
"Take me out, coach."
So,
Take me out the
so the
game.
Hollywood Bowl is like a very unique experience
It
for
is.
anyone who's never
I
been.
love it.
That was my first
Like
time.
it's an
I
amphitheater,
love it.
right? Is that what it is? It's like totally open air out in the world.
Okay.
And so I'm not telling y'all, I'm telling our
No, I
friends
was-
listening.
Oh. Asking her, was it? It was me and someone else's first time too. Me and Tyler.
Tyler, I couldn't
Tyler.
believe it.
Me neither. I thought she had been before.
Did you like it?
I'm gonna fight
I
you.
loved it.
I
loved
Hollywood
it.
Bowl.
Was
And
great.
so, yeah, so it's like open air. Obviously, it was freezing because we already established that. But it's a really unique experience. And so, like, when people come to perform at the Hollywood Bowl, it's a commitment.
It's
too.
a moment, yeah.
Because it's in this packed ass area of Hollywood where it's hard to get there.
Yes.
And you got to show up mad early. So, and it was y'all's first experience, which is amazing.
It was great.
we did it right.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, we
I
did.
feel like
We
That
did.
was
because
great.
so
Y'all
many
had
of
a
us
good
have
time.
experienced it before.
Word.
I feel like it was just so smooth. The way that we just pulled up and just walked in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like,
I have
that's
only
unheard of.
experienced it struggling to be on time.
Yeah,
It
I
could
walked
be a
up that hill so
struggle.
many
Sweating,
times, child.
walking.
Yes.
Well,
Well.
sitting in an Uber when it
You-
doesn't
yeah.
move.
Yeah.
We won't.
And you're like, I know if I walk now, it'll be 10 minutes, but
Yes.
this car says 35.
Yes.
Girl,
The
35.
hell?
Yeah.
Whenever I go there again, I had to factor in the price for the van because I don't think I will ever go again without that
It
experience.
was amazing.
That,
That was
was
fun.
It was
just
amazing.
going to eat and the
What?
restaurant was a struggle, but I still have fun.
We
My
did.
taco was
we
good.
made it work.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my little strawberry, our little strawberry drink. We had a little
Our
non-alcoholic
little
strawberry drink.
non-alcoholic drink was delicious.
It was delicious. I was thinking about it yesterday. Like, I forgot to
Even
ask
more
that girl.
delicious when you mixed in the alcoholic one.
No, I think it was still delicious without the alcohol.
Without it, yeah,
It just
it was
helped.
bussin'.
It's like a remix
It was
version.
bussin'.
Well,
It
I'm
was
gonna be
good.
honest. When we got there and I got my wine from dude, and we found out that it was, what was it, like 6:50, and it was supposed to start at 7. And dude was like, "Well, first you got a text." Melanie got a text and was like, "She's going on at 8:30." And I was like, "What? 8:30?" And the dude serving the wine was like, "Yes, 8:30 to 10." And I was like, "Bruh, it's 7:00."
We are going to be cold.
I felt, but in that moment, I definitely was like, "What did we do?"
Yeah,
I really was like, I was in doubt in that moment.
But can we
Yes.
just also say that the meteorologists said the wind would be expected to stop by 8:30.
By 8,
It
yeah.
did.
8:30. And when Mariah stepped on that stage at 8:31, that wind shut off.
It
Like
did.
it's
Yeah,
like
it
this.
really did.
She shut off the
She
wind
shut
and
off
she
the
made
wind.
it snow. She's magical.
She
So I will say
did.
that it actually, had it been windy during the concert, we probably would not have
The same experience.
Yeah.
But the wind
we were
literally stopped
struggling.
as soon as she
You know
came
what?
on
I didn't even notice the wind wasn't blowing. I think I was just, I might have. I was so excited. I didn't care. You saw me put my blanket over my head. I was like, oh, I'm going to be warm and I'm going to enjoy this.
Yes.
I should have listened to my homegirl, Michelle. She literally texted me and she was like, I told you to bring a big old blanket and a coat. She was like, I went in the summertime and it was still cold at night in the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah.
So honestly, I don't
Yeah.
think it would have been that bad, but the wind was
Yeah.
just an X factor we were not prepared for.
Chilling.
No,
Because
it was
just
blowing
wasn't.
us away.
Yeah, it was
literally.
aggressive. It was aggressive.
I was
It
prepared.
knocked over stuff off the table. It was
But the
aggressive.
way that I was at 7:00, like, what did we do? And by the end of it, I'm gonna just say it. I said this to y'all, but I'm gonna say it out loud. I was like, for me, that was better than Beyonce. No shade
You
to
said
Beyonce.
that on this microphone? We're not a part of
I'm gonna
this.
tell you why. I'm gonna tell you it's the same thing you said earlier. It really is the catalog. It really was like they're two different kind of performers.
Oh, for sure.
So I'm not comparing.
Okay.
It's not the
Mariah's-
artist, it's the experience
it was
that
the
you had.
experience
Yeah.
of an hour and a half, and how I felt during and after
Yeah.
was like I could do this tomorrow. Like, please, let's do this tomorrow. And I know that you said that about
Yes,
Beyonce.
listen.
With Beyonce, I was like, I'm good. That was great.
No, I
Thank
wanted
you.
to see her again.
I genuinely Sunday. No, I see her every time she shows up. But
Same.
on
Yeah.
Sunday, I was like, I would do it all again tomorrow.
But
for sure.
I was gonna say, I also feel like with Beyonce performs like this is the album that we're doing. With Mariah Carey, it was like Christmas, and then when she started to get into all those old school
it was
songs,
nostalgic.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're not, was it your daughter that was like, this album's not for me?
Yeah.
The Beyonce one. But I'm like, I feel like that's what happens with Beyonce.
Yeah.
Is you get in this album, but imagine Beyonce
But
did like her whole thing.
All artists, I feel like when they're promoting or touring, they're doing their current album. But it's
Yeah.
like if you have a million songs that you love by them, you want to hear them, and then they're
Yeah.
only giving you what their album is. But I think that's what it was with Mariah. It was nostalgic because number one, we haven't really gotten a concert from her. Like,
Yeah.
No,
with all her songs,
haven't been in years.
I mean, I didn't even know if she's. I mean, I
Have
probably
you ever
was too
seen her
young.
before?
I haven't.
No.
That was my first time.
I
This
have.
was my this was my first time I've been in love with her since I was a child. And so I was like, I want to go to, me and Nala were getting ready. And she was like, man, could you imagine the summertime going to a Mariah Carey concert? We get to hear her whole
Oh
catalog.
my God.
So that's why when we were at the concert, she literally did half her songs and half her Christmas songs.
Yeah.
So I was super happy because I
Yeah,
thought
she
I was
did
going to
good.
get like one
she
good
did that.
butterfly or something. And that was it. But she did.
Yeah.
I was super happy.
I was hoping
Yeah.
she did that.
Yeah.
I was
that
like,
was.
please throw something, throw some, always be my baby or something in
Yep.
there, girl. Give me something.
We got like 5 or 6
Listen,
little-
she
She
got
sang.
some
did make it
things.
happen.
She
That
did.
was good.
And if you get on your knees and pray to the Lord, He's gonna make it. She took us to church.
She did.
Make it
But
happen.
she-
One thing shall I say?
What shall you say?
One thing shall I say.
What shall you say?
Shall you
One
say,
thing
darling?
about Mariah Carey has always had an all black everything.
Girl,
She
she don't
did.
give
From
a
She
day
did
fuck.
that.
one.
She did that.
And I was just looking up there and I'm like, you know what?
Except for that one little boy.
Except,
But he was
and I-
adorable.
right when I said that, she said, except for that one little boy right there. I'm like, okay, I see what
She
you're
had a
doing.
cute little
But she has
8-year-old.
alwa's been just all black everything, and I love it.
I agree.
I love
she
it.
black?
She
Wait,
been about
But
that
I was
life.
saying she sang so many songs that I didn't even realize till the end that we had not heard. What's the main Christmas one?
All I want for Christmas.
All I Want for Christmas.
She did that last.
She
Yeah.
did it last, but I'm
Yeah.
saying she sang so many songs.
You
Went
forgot
off
that's the
stage. She
catalyst.
left. It was over,
Right.
and we were fine with that.
Yeah,
People were
you're
leaving,
right,
and then she
right.
was like,
Oh, hold up. I did forget
"All I
something.
want for Christmas is you." I
Let
was
me
like,
give y'all what
"Dang,
you
I
really
didn't even
came here for."
realize
I know
it.
that's true.
I didn't even realize it.
That was guys. Okay, you know how you were saying earlier that you your friends are like you're the nucleus for them. That's how I always was in Ohio. It would drive my friends insane because I would force all my different friends
not
to be
force.
together. Oh, I'm that girl. They're like, you know, I don't like her. I'm like, do you like me?
Right, you like, I
Then
don't
you're
care.
coming. I don't
I feel
care.
that. I feel
That's
like
the
that's
type
who
of
you
friend
should
I
be.
am. I'm like, if y'all are all my friend, you better pretend like you like her for today. You're not going to ruin my event by not liking her. You're going to have to act like you like her because we all going to be together and I like all of y'all. So I've always been that girl. So
Hilarious.
bringing my best friend in with my LA besties, it just made my heart so full. Like seeing her sing with Codie, seeing her sing with Melanie, and you guys bonding because she was like, okay, Felicia's my type of girl. She's like, she crazy like us. I was
I
like,
kept
oh,
looking at her like,
for sure. I was like, she definitely was raised like us, girl. We all the same.
But also, there was no forcing there.
No.
It was very much like we've all seen Nalo
Mhm.
in pictures and videos
Yep.
1,000 times. We have heard about Nalo. Like for me, it was just like Nalo's here.
no,
Like
right.
I forgot that we had met. Ashley tried to ambush me the night before. No, I'd never
That's
met
what I
Nalo.
said.
Wow. I feel
The
like we've
night
all known
before.
her for so long.
I can't believe that Nalo's been here to visit me a million times, and I don't know how this never happened.
Well, now we
She-
have to have a thing every time.
Oh, for sure.
Well, I don't know about every time.
Ashley
I'd be tired.
literally brought my T-shirt the night before, and I opened the door, and she was trying to film what would have been me and Nalo seeing each other.
You're ridiculous.
so much
And
struggle.
not
My
only
camera
could
would
she
not
not
work.
record, but both of us were like, "Hey, girl," like because there was
It's
no,
like I know you.
there
Yeah.
was zero, like, "Oh my god,"
Yeah,
no,
she
I was
would
like,
record.
"Hey, Nalo,
Yeah.
what you doing here?"
Right.
And Ashley's like, "Do it again, do it again."
Oh my God. And he would not record. And
like,
they were
I'm
both
not
like,
about to perform this.
listen, and they're the same. Nala be, she's not down for my shenanigans. She'll be like, I'm sorry. Hey, Codie girl. She was like, you will not get no fakeness out of me.
Oh,
we
man.
did ambush her, interrupt her movie night with her family.
And speaking
Girl.
of t-shirts, I just want everybody to, for those who are listening and not watching, we are all wearing
We are.
Mariah
Yes.
Carey t-shirts from
I'm
our
so
concert
obsessed.
experience.
We are. Meanwhile, I got 2 of them at this point.
I do too. I gotta go get mine from Blair because
Me
she
too.
refused to wear it. So I'm gonna go get it back.
Yeah.
The fact that Blair did
They're
not
all
want to wear
so
that
cute.
t-shirt.
That's not her.
Hilarious.
Listen, I get it.
I love it. I love it.
I get to have 2
She's
shirts.
hilarious.
I'm
That
gonna
was
go get it back.
that was a highlight for sure.
Yeah, what, her not wearing a shirt?
No, I
Oh.
meant Mariah. Sorry, I'm in a haze. I'm in a haze.
I am too. I'm so happy. It felt like my fake birthday. I told Felicia that.
Yes.
I felt like it was your birthday
I
too.
really
to be
felt like
my birthday
singing
party.
happy birthday. Like
that was
it
your birthday
definitely
party.
was.
Actually, let's go ahead and get that out the way.
This was all for you.
Hold on now.
She's like, run me that check though.
I know. I had to pay for my own party.
You know.
No, I feel so happy. I just feel happy. Isn't that weird? But
I just feel happy.
I
No,
do.
it's not weird.
It's great.
Yeah,
we
no,
need these
hi.
moments.
Because I feel like I'm going to get deep, y'all.
Come on,
because
get
we
deep.
fed our inner child. That was
Yeah.
like a moment that we needed.
Child, our
on-
inner teenager.
Yeah. And think about too, like,
She don't never get enough.
child. Right. I know. Where is she?
We always talking about the little
where she
8-year-old.
at?
We need to be
That's a
talking
whole
about
nother
the
episode.
14-year-old.
That's a whole nother
Jesus.
episode. But I
That's
feel like we
depressing.
never, well, not never, but I feel like we don't always pour into our inner child in this type
I
of way.
agree.
Yeah.
It's more of like, okay, let's take her to therapy. Let's take her here. But I'm like, a Mariah Carey concert?
Girl.
That's like,
We
I
did
called
that.
Peace so quick. I was like, oh my God, guess where I went last night?
Oh.
Like Mariah Carey. She's like, oh, tell me more, Mom. I was like, girl, when I was your age. I used to have rollerblades on and I used to be inside. I still rollerblade. If you follow my Instagram, you know. But I used to be inside of our house in Stockton because we couldn't really go outside. And so I would be in the garage. I would move everything out the way and I would just spin in a
Girl,
circle.
same.
And I used to be going backwards,
Hilarious.
acting like an ice skater girl, just blasting Mariah Carey.
Same.
That's my favorite.
When I was a kid, we moved into a house that had an unfinished basement, and it was just cement down there. And
Oh,
I
wow.
would be on my rollerblades, just busting laps, just like do whatever I could in the smallest
That's
area.
so cute.
So much fun.
Yeah.
And it is crazy how you think about it. Funny enough, and we should do an episode on this. I had a reading once where like it was like an energy healing situation, and speaking of the inner teenager, there's my healer brought up the 2 pieces for me that are soul pieces to who I am and who I always have to remember to serve. And that is my 4-year-old self, and that is my 17-year-old self.
Oh.
She's like, those 2 pieces are like essential to who you are. And when I think about who I was at both of those ages, there were definitely very important moments that define, I think, who I am.
Yeah.
And it's ironic because I didn't have that reading until I was like in my 30s. And so to your point, like the inner teenager, the inner child, those things, those parts of us need to be fed. And the craziest thing too, and again, we should do another episode on it, is that after I had that reading and she like cleared all these things out, she was like, you need to do things for this 4-year-old self. Right around my birthday, my girlfriend gave me a stuffed animal.
Aww.
I've never been
So
a stuffed
random.
I've never been a stuffed animal girl. When I tell you, you know that little Pomeranian dog, Boo? When I tell you she gave me this because she knows I love dogs, the way that I felt joy, I carried this stuffed animal with me everywhere. I took it on tour. Boo sat on the monitors. Boo sat on the stage. Boo sat in the back.
I love it.
I literally walked around with Boo. And any guy that I was dating at that time, I'd have been like, oh, this is my stuffed animal, Boo. And if he didn't show Boo love, I was like, oh, you're out. When I tell, and they literally just eliminated themselves. But that was, I promise you, like there is something so true about it. And if you ask me right now, I could give a damn about a stuffed animal. I never collected stuffed animals as a kid. It didn't speak to me. But in that time, after that reading, I got that gift, and that little dog is still in the family. Now Kaya has it, Cam had it. It's just something that is so important.
Yeah.
So important.
That's very
No,
cute.
but I feel that because I feel like I actually, and I don't know if it's from growing up in the inner city, I feel like a lot of kids who grew up that way have big imaginations because you're always imagining like a better life. And I feel like within my home, my mom created like this fantasy world for us. But I felt so safe and so loved. And she really indulged us like on our birthdays and on holidays. And it was a big deal. And I think that's part of like, even with the Mariah Carey thing, my mom knew how much I love Mariah. So she was like all in, like, what you want? You want her album, you know?
I love
like,
it.
and she would play it for me all the time. And me and Rebecca would listen to it. So I feel like going to that concert and having that moment with people that I love now and then thinking about that, like my childhood, it really made me feel like really good.
Yeah.
And just like that teenage girl, she needs a lot of love. Like
Yeah.
I know my teenage girl does. She needs a lot of love. And I think me just in that moment realizing like, you know what? I'm going to always spend the money and take the time to do things with my friends.
Yeah.
But I want to add, like,
Yes.
so the inner child, the inner teenager, and then we did like a grown woman sisterhood moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was all of us.
We hit all 3
Yes.
points.
That is true.
Look at us.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
That is true.
This is like my sweet spot, hanging out with my girls, like spending time. And I think I don't encourage it or engage enough because I just think that people are so busy that I don't like put it out there. I know I'm going to work on that, like giving people the opportunity to say yes or no
Yeah.
instead of just not doing something, assuming they're too busy.
Yeah.
But me wanting to do that so bad and you guys participating, and that shit made me feel really good. Like, I know you guys love Mariah too, so it made it better, but it made me feel good. Like, oh, look at all my friends wanting to do something with me that they want to do too. And we get to do it together. And I just kept looking at Felicia because I felt like we were having the same spiritual experience.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like, even
That's
on
why
the
I kept
bus.
looking over like, let me catch her. That's why all the videos in the shared album
Girl,
are of you.
I said that. Why did Felicia take 800 videos of me going like this?
Because I could just feel your soul.
And Cody, you said something really, which was really I could tell the song. You were like, you were like, if I die before y'all, play this at my funeral.
Fly Like a Bird.
Girl, that song is so. I think that's where I lost my voice.
Oh.
But even if you think about that, like that was a moment for Cody to be like, my life song is in this
Period. Period.
Oh my
You
God.
know,
Cody, every song
I don't
was
think
your
I
life
heard you
song.
say that.
You're not
I probably
wrong.
would have
You're not
cried.
wrong.
She was singing that. I looked over at Cody and I was like, this
Wait.
is really meaningful to me.
I'm about to cry right now.
I know. I'm like,
Fly
hold
Like a
on.
Bird.
Let's all cry because do you want to know what made me cry?
Uh-oh.
When Melanie FaceTimed
Oh,
her mom, I'm going to cry now. I literally started bawling.
I thought that was Jared on
I
the
did
phone.
too.
I didn't
that
see
was
anybody's
her
face.
mother.
I did
It
too.
was my mom.
It was her mother.
Because my mom loves that song, Hero. Like that's
Aw.
like her like favorite Mariah Carey song. And my mom always asked me to sing. Like anytime she was like, Mom, when I was growing up, can you sing Hero? Can you sing Hero?
Oh, how cute.
And-
I love that.
And so my mom's mom, when she died, like that was my mom's favorite song. Like they shared that. So the craziest part is when I called her, I'm like, I don't often sing for my mom. You know what I mean? Like I don't. Like
Yeah.
my mom gets to see me sing on TV. She gets to see me sing on stage. Like I don't sit there and sing for my mother. So when that song came on, I immediately was like, oh, I gotta call my mom. And she was sleeping. It was 2:00 in the morning when she answered. And like I got emotional singing, but I was like all off key singing, loud crying. I didn't care. And the craziest thing is she text messaged me after and she says, I've been dreaming about my mom so often lately.
I'm gonna cry.
And she's like, so when you
Just
sang that
let it
song
out.
to me, she's like, it just meant so much because I felt like mommy made you call me to do that. And I was
Girl.
like, yes, like that's how I felt. So like that song for me was
my
the
gosh.
moment that I was meant to be there for.
Listen, I was standing next to her. She was like, this is my mom's favorite song. And you were about to
Yeah.
cry. And then you FaceTime her. And now I'm thinking about the time difference. And she picked up.
She picked up.
That's your mama.
That's my mom.
My mama answered the phone at 2 a.m.
She sure did.
She like, what she need?
Yeah,
Yep,
she called
she
me
did. She
for-
answered the phone. Hey, Melanie. I can hear her accent.
She was probably not
Quickly.
expecting
She
that.
was
at
not. She had her
all.
bonnet on. I don't know if you guys saw. She had her bonnet
I
on.
did.
and she
Girl.
that's why I thought it was
We thought it
Jerry.
was
She put it on
Jerry.
pause.
I
She
saw
took
it.
everything off
I
and
saw
came
that.
back.
Yes.
And I was thinking, I was like, this so cute. I'm like, her and Jerry.
She's like, you're not gonna have me at the Hollywood
Yeah.
Bowl looking like this. But I was so happy. Like that moment for me was so special
That was
and a
beautiful.
gift that I was able to give to my mother. And I didn't even anticipate that was the thing that was gonna happen.
Girl, I was
So-
over there bawling,
Yeah.
watching you FaceTime and
She
sing with
was.
your mama and
I
Mariah.
filmed
Gosh.
Ashley filming you.
I was in tears. Like ugly face. I was
We
like,
really did all have a very
Yeah.
spiritual, like very meaningful. Y'all, that was core memory stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Like when we're 75 years
sure.
old, we're gonna look back and be like,
100%.
remember that time we was at the Hollywood Bowl
Yes.
church up crying and loving on each other?
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Those are things that I'm forever, forever grateful for.
Core memory for me, having my bestest friend in the whole world with the people that I love, like my little LA besties. And the thing that I love about Nalo is like, that's my best friend, but we're not like jealous best friends. Like we want each other to have good friends, you know?
Yeah.
So I know
She
like
said
her,
we're not like jealous best
No,
friends.
'cause, like,
some
listen,
people
know
do
when to
some
have
too
that.
territorial.
Yeah, no, I know.
no,
But
like-
I'm glad. I'm glad. For
No,
this.
but she has an amazing group of girls like in Ohio. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That makes me happy because I want my
Yes.
friend to have people to love her down and
Hell
support
yeah.
her. And I might not like care for all of them. When I come to Ohio, they're gonna get love from me because they love my best friend. Like
Yeah.
I don't even have to like you. I don't care. You treat my friend good. That's all
Right.
that matters to me.
Mhm.
But like with her, she's the same way. She's always like, I don't want you to be lonely. I don't want you to be sad. So when I became friends with Codie, she was like, yes. When I became friends with like Kelly, she loved Kelly. Like, oh my gosh. She's like, I love Codie. What me and Melanie got super close. Felicia, like, she's so happy for me. So for her to meet you guys, I realized my speech impediment is really from my braces and these rubber bands.
Girl, we've been said that.
I know, but then it's thing up here. I am really, like the last 4 or 5 episodes, I've really been struggling to talk.
Is it the rubber bands?
No, and I had the stoppers. My tongue keeps getting caught on
yeah.
it.
Oh,
Child,
geez.
I can't
So
even.
it's a couple things that thing
Is
does.
it a topper or a stopper?
It's a topper stopper.
Oh,
Oh my word.
it sure is a topper
It is
stopper.
a topper. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank God.
Never,
mouth needed a break.
nevertheless,
I'm sorry.
Nalo.
Now my mouth needs a break.
Nalo, I love her. I love you guys. Having you all together at the same time really made me happy.
Okay, AI.
Okay. Right.
This is the version of Ashley without braces. No, I'm kidding.
Yum.
No.
Yeah.
So good.
Chia was happy for me too.
Every
time
time
you
you do that, I can't take it.
No. Oh, also, I know Nalo, but she flew in
Yeah.
for just to come to this concert. She is a mother. She has 2 children. She has a full-time job. She's an esthetician. She's super busy during the holidays.
She did your hair.
She-
Let's be clear that she came in and got your hair and your lashes
she got
together.
my whole, first of all,
Them
she
lashes
came
is
in.
bomb.
She
Okay.
fixed my lashes because the person who did them did not do a good job. She was like, "Oh no, honey, no." So she did my lashes. She did my hair twice. She gave me cornrows,
She
and then we
did.
were like, "Nah, those don't look good." She washed my hair, conditioned my hair, then twisted my hair and fixed my hair. What else did she do? She did a whole bunch of things. She like came and was like of service to me.
best
Yeah,
friend.
that's what I'm
And
saying.
still
I'm like,
was
that's literally your
super
best friend.
fly.
And still,
Okay.
it still got
She was
herself
cute
together,
as
looking
all
good.
get out.
Okay, she had them little thighs out. She like I like it when she show her thighs.
Little fishnet,
Yeah,
little red
girl.
Yes.
boots,
Mm,
little
I like
red
the
lip.
Nalo
It was
booty.
very cute.
She came out, gave me a little thigh action, and she was super happy, excited, like high energy. Got a whole bunch of snacks,
She's
like
fun.
participated.
Yes.
Got on a plane, went home, and was a mom.
Yeah.
I love her.
Drinking
She's just-
mimosas on a Tuesday
Tuesday
morning.
morning.
Right.
Yeah,
I was
girl.
like, girl, I feel you.
Mhm.
I
When-
drink this for a morning.
When she said I have to get reacclimated to parenting, I felt it.
Yes.
Because
Girl.
that's a
Oh,
whirlwind.
man.
You when you take that time and then you do all that, then you realize you got to go home and then be
And be
another
3
job.
hours in advance.
Ooh.
She got home. She left LA at 5 a.m., but she got there and it was like 1 something. Like her kids were like, as soon as she got
Over to
home, they
homework.
came
Here we
from
go.
school and jumped in a bed.
Yeah.
She hadn't slept.
Girl.
Oh,
I know.
wow.
I love her.
Rockstar moms.
Yes.
Well, I love this for us.
Yes.
And I want this for all of our listeners.
Yes.
This joy
It's
for
important.
the inner child, the inner teen, and the grown woman.
Yes.
And shout out to Blair for coming and participating. For the friend that might not want to wear the same shirt, but it's like, I'm still going to show up
She
for
gonna
you
come.
the best way that I
And I'm
can.
going to bring the drinks.
And she did. She brought drinks and she brought her cute ass face.
She did.
Right.
And I love her for that.
She said, why you guys got me? How come nobody told me to take these ears off?
Oh, she was so cute. That wasn't on purpose.
told her she looked
had on
cute.
these reindeer
The ears were
ears.
She
very
did. I
Yeah.
think her
They
spirit
were
was like,
very
bitch, you being
cute.
too festive. Calm down.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so too.
man.
She's like, you're getting ahead of yourself. You're having too much
You're already
fun.
with a bunch of girls. Relax.
Relax.
Take the ears off.
Well, I want for all of our listeners to put on their reindeer ears.
Yes.
Or their Santa hats.
Or their red thigh-high boots.
their
Yeah,
red,
baby.
or all of them at the same time.
Mm.
Okay, and go hang out.
Yes.
Hang
with
out with your
grown women
girlfriends.
and feed your inner child and your inner teenager.
Amen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I
And
say?
leave the
Did I say
drama at
okay?
home.
Right?
Oh, we
Okay,
had
there
no
it is.
drama. We
I
had no
love it.
drama.
I
I refuse to hang out with. I can't do it. I'm not doing drama. I'm not doing friends and drama.
No.
I'm like, no. This is when it feels like this. It's like,
Yeah.
No, we had
why
a good
accept anything?
everybody.
It's a high.
We
Everything
gotta
else
name
has gotta
everybody.
meet
We
that.
had Hope.
Yeah.
We had Hope, Tyler, Blair, Nalo, Codie, Felicia, Melanie, Ashley. That's 8. We did great.
Greens, potatoes, tomatoes.
And we can't wait for the
Chicken,
next sister
hog,
day.
wrong.
Yes, that was wonderful. Oh man. Okay.
Great time.
Yes.
Happy holidays, family.
holidays.
Happy
Holidays. That's all we got.
No, we
right?
got. Don't get sued.
It's too late.
We
done sang a
y'all
whole Mariah
sang a
Carey
whole
song.
something or 2 things today. We'll just
did.
hope no one finds it. Okay. Love to you all.
Love to you all. Happy holidays.
Love to you all.
Bye.
Say love to you all.
Oh,
Love to you all. Oh my god. All right, we did that.